Girl, you don't need to be perfect. Today I decide to do a get ready with me because I'm busy. I have to work soon. I'm gonna play. For who you know, I DJ in real life as well. The talk I wanna say, sister to sister, is that yeah, you don't need to be perfect. And why I'm saying that, because all my life I felt this pressure of perfection in everything I do, on my art, on my craft, on my body, or how I speak, or how I should behave. And this would stop me so much of being my authentic self, and even like would put me away of good opportunities, and also like relationships. I had this horrible voice inside of my mind that would always be saying like, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not talented enough. And in some regard I believe so much on that voice. And then, let's say, would be push me to be good. Let's say in one side, you striving to be the best, or like always give the best that you can. I like this philosophy, whatever I do, I try my best. But then it has this line of perfectionism that can be so harming to yourself, that of like when is the limit of trying to be good, but also like having acceptance of what I have is already good enough, have this no comparison with other people. Because what we can see on other people's journey is just a little fragment, and we don't know like for how many years they were doing that thing until they were very good. We don't know all the hard work they did behind the scenes to get there. We don't know if they have any like family member who taught them how to do that, like I don't know, as many things that we need to consider of like when you judge someone, or like when you feel this admiration of people, like, oh, how good they are on those things, and like the thing about like perfection as well, like on the body, we have this perfect Instagram body, or like the model's body of let's say in my time, the angels, right, like the super skinny girls. And I have been trying different diets like my whole life, and like trying to have like a skinny tight, but like my body's not like this. I just have to accept that, like, yeah, maybe my body's more Kardashian body, like I have a big a big ass, but I didn't like it for all my life, and like even in Brazilian culture, like people would even work out to have my ass that I had just had normal, but I was not happy, because all I wanted was like a supermodel, like a skinny ass, and like I would never achieve that, because my body structure like cannot provide me that, so has been like a very short time actually, like that I start to accept like my curves and like my body of because at the same time I felt like, oh yeah, I have this belly and I have this big ass like, but it's because I don't work out a lot, or like I never try really like to become that bodybuilder person. Because on my mind is like, say, like my devotion to art and to expression is more important than like my looks on my body. But then I had this moment where I felt like no, but maybe now that I'm going to the gym, has been 1 year that I unlocked this trauma of like the gym thing. I thought like, no, maybe I can work on my body, I can do that, I can build my body in that way. And then I dedicated like months going to the gym and tried diets and here and there. But because I'm a very emotional person, like whenever it goes like kind of wrong, especially romantic in my life, that is kind of always puts me down, is the only subject of my life that put me down. I feel like so much hungry, like, and I feel like I need to eat the entire world, and I always have these ups and downs, like I'm skinny, and then I get some some pounds, you know, like I get some weight, and then I can do some fasting and something like that. And I would like, so it's always like these ups and downs on my weight. And like I just then had this moment that I felt like, oh no, I just need to work on my acceptance that this is how my body looks, you know, like actually how I can have appreciation of my body the way it is, and just let's say, yeah, my body type. I will never be the skinny supermodel one. I am the girl, normal, average body, a real body, and but like a hot body in a way, you know. Like I feel like whoever beloved come to my life will be a man who likes like to really touch some meat. This is horrible saying like this, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not born and not supermodel, and like I will never be, and also because I don't care much about that, you know. Like I rather be like yeah, I accept I to be the funny one, and like pure-hearted and like light-hearted, and then being like the supermodel skinny and like to private myself to eat whatever I want, or you know, this kind of thing. So I'm feeling like a lot of body acceptance this year as never before, and looking to myself different, and just feeling like, yeah, I'm really like enough as I am, and really stop comparing me with others. And as well of this people pleaser thing that I had very strongly in the past of yeah, I want everybody to like me, and I want to be good to everybody, but then not everybody was being nice to me, you know. And I was seeing like, oh, I'm giving, but I'm not having anything back, you know. Like and I was feeling like people were using me, taking advantage of me. When people want to hang out with me, I just felt like they want to, yeah, something for me, you know. And was also on this spiritual regard of being at service or being good, and like channeling Mother Mary energy, and like until a moment that I felt like, oh, this is actually fake, you know. Like it's not being good to me. I mean, I had a good intent of starting that, but it was a fake. I mean, like to my higher self, it was not a good for me. Like was not healthy. So I started to make some changes on the regard of being more selective in the way I will just help the ones who ask me, and like I will also give energy for the people that I feel that is also reciprocated, you know. For me, I totally understand the like unconditional love, and to just be good and kind with everybody, and I am like this. But like I have a limitation of how much I can give, you know, because in one moment that I want to really change the world, I would drain myself so much, and then I would have energy, or not authentic, like from an authentic place, like an inspiration to help, that it was really without not expecting for nothing, you know. So like if you're gonna help, or if you're gonna do something, already having a bit expectation of what it could bring or what it could give to you, this is wrong, you know. So I rather like be more selective on this way of like who I'm gonna help, or how I'm gonna help, and like how much energy I'm gonna give, even like being so open here. Like so many people come, and then they asking for advice, or like asking for favors, but like, yeah, I'm open, and I like to help, but I also have my life and can be very overwhelming. So like sometimes like I try also to reply all the comments here, but again, like I'm not perfect. I don't have energy. I feel overwhelmed to try to reply everyone, or to like to respond to everyone's expectations. So like I just feel no, I don't need to be perfect, and I'm not gonna be a bitch, but like I'm not perfect, I cannot provide attention to everybody and anytime people want, or I cannot be everywhere all the time, I feel that even regarding like social, I'm always being more introvert on my own energy, so it was already natural for me to say no. But regarding when people ask for help, it's different than just going like out. But I'm learning, to like really set my boundaries and recovering my sovereignty, and just with the things that I feel that is alignment, and also listening to my body, like making these questions like how this person makes me feel, or how this invitation makes me feel, like if it brings you enthusiasm, like if it brings like some spark of curiosity, then you should go for that. But if it's already giving some like we better maybe say no to that, because it's already our higher self and our body trying to prevent us of just losing more energy. So I wonder if you also question yourself deep, like, and question your body before you getting for some actions. And as well, like I would like to talk about arts and for example music production. That is the thing that I'm giving more energy at the moment, besides all the paintings that you can see here and then my tattoo work. I feel that is important for us to remember why we are doing, why we are creating, and know that it's a lifetime task, so you don't need to be so perfectionist in the way of like, oh, this is the first song that I'm gonna make and then this already need to be good, or like some artists, they meet like 10, 20, 30 songs until you get that one that is gonna be the hit, or that is already more perfect. So like, but you cannot stop yourself of doing, because you need to know everything. I think for me now is more about like through the quantity, even the quality will come, instead of being just stuck in one song or in one painting and trying to get the perfect result, like I would rather create, and then that you're gonna be improving through time and through patience and through the years, getting to know yourself as well. Like that is so important for the artist path. I said here in other videos, like how important it is for us to make the right questions about who we are, which message you want to bring to the world, and why, because our purpose is gonna really ignite our fire between. And I think you could never do anything without like a bigger purpose. Like I'm not doing anything for vanity or from ego, maybe in the past when I was younger, maybe yes, but then nothing really works out. And now when I put the meaning for something higher than myself, and I see the result coming, and like for the highest good of all, it is a different shift. It is if your actions are bringing love to the world, then this has a stronger power to be lifted, to rise to the waters of the earth, and how we can bring love to the world if we are looking to ourselves, to our bodies, to our creations, and we are not seeing the beauty of that. If you're always saying like it's not good enough, it's not perfect enough, like I would highly encourage you to see the perfection of the imperfection. I just give as well this day my first concert of 1 hour, guys. 1 hour playing my original songs to a group of 30, 40 people, and like I commit many mistakes, and I was very shy and clumsy, and I was on the guitar, and then I was like, it was hitting the microphone, and then I turned and it hit it again, and then I was trying to make some jokes and laugh, and I might put this video here in the future when I edit, but like, yeah, maybe in one regard, people, I would say like, oh, it was a fail, because I played some chords wrong, or I sang wrong, and then I had these clumsy moments with the mic. But I didn't judge me at all on this concert. I would just feel like, wow, I was so brave that I did it, and it was something that I was waiting for so many years, like decades, to make it, that I saw the beauty of me trying, and I know that as more I do it, it's gonna be better, so it's just like a work in progress. It's like it was the first one. It's not that, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's not the end of the word that I didn't do some things right, or everything is a test. I would just say like if we face even like this makeup, like what is this? This is like not gonna be perfect anyways, but I'm trying to do two things at the same time. If you see the word as a more like a scientist way, I think it's very healthy. I try to put myself as a scientist, or even when I go to some places, I also try to see if I'm sociologist, like how I can study this situation. Of course, being present and being open, and not just like observing in a way of like mental work is also observing in a way of observing, like with our body, observer. I don't know in English now, I got confused with Portuguese, but like looking but feeling as well, having all your sense connected, like having your emotional body, your spiritual body, and your mental body, and your physical body connected in that experience. I think it's very beautiful in this way that you're the total presence, and when we are in total presence has no judgment. So what this perfectionism is like self-judgment, and we are so perfectionist with ourselves. If we have so much self-judgment with ourselves, of course we're gonna have a judgment with others, and people sense this in our vibration and how they're gonna interact with us. So saying like, if you're being in this hyper vigilant energy with yourself and judging yourself all the time, that you might be doing this with others. And I'm saying this because I know I would judge people all the time in the past. It was very hard with me and everybody. Everybody could do better on my mind, because mommy issues. I had a mom that was being like this with everyone. But anyways, I love you, mom. What happened is that when people sense that you are very like to be judging them, or like that you have this, even that you don't look in your face, but your energy tells everything, they're not gonna be open to you, they're not gonna be open to talk, to express themselves and to be vulnerable, because they know that you are a perfectionist, a judgmental motherfucker, like in their unconsciousness, in a deep. We need to remember that it's like people are not dumb, even people that are not so connected, or like so spiritual and pray, let's say, like, when everybody is spiritual, everybody has these other senses around them, and then they have this they carry their own frequencies, but they have these subtle bodies who can understand each other aura and energy. So people sense this by you. If you're a loving, like honest, loving person with yourself and with your surroundings, you have this acceptance of you and acceptance of the world and openness to that. People are going to be open to you. People are going to be vulnerable to you. People are going to be more easy to approach you, and and to build real connections. But when you are in the survival mode, or trying to prove yourself, or being the perfectionist way, and people sense, and they're gonna be more like like holding themselves about that. So I would like you to think about this, how you're treating yourself, and then how the world around you is treating yourself by how you treat yourself, and if how the perfectionist that exists between you isn't also being judgmental with others, and again, I'm saying this not judgmental to you, because I was like this, and a girl one time even said to me, like, oh my goodness, would be very hard to be you and to be in your mind. I think I would kill myself. And I was like, what? I don't know if I told the story here, but it was very heavy. But that thing really touched me. I was like, fuck, this is true. Like, and it was very hard on myself, on my mind, and I wanted to kill myself. Like, what? So how we can take out this weight of our minds, like how we can just be more in the flow of knowing we are here. Doesn't matter our age, we are young. Like in the God's eye, we all children of God, Father, Mother, God. Like we have time. If we are still alive, means that we didn't finish our purpose, Otherwise, if we had finished our purpose in life, we would be died. We would be reincarnated in the next life. So if you are alive, means that we still have stuff to do, and if we still have stuff to do, we still have time for that. So time, as we know, is an illusion, and we don't need to rush to share our gifts, or to rush to show ourselves. Like we really just need to do the inner work, do the shadow work, do the inner child work, do the self-love, the self-acceptance, and put away this all perfectionism things, and put away anything of like being behind or not being good enough, and just trust that in divine timing everything it will make sense, and then really we have this whole timeline to manifest things. Like so many artists that they would just find their voice after 30s, after 40s, people that just would get recognized after 50s, but it's not again about being recognized by the word, but like you doing something that you love, that you feel proud of, that you feel enthusiasm, and doesn't matter how good or perfect you are on that craft. It's just like doing for the sake of fun, of expressing your creativity, and this is the most beautiful thing in the world. You have a reason to wake up in the morning, and you have this project that you really like, and then you just go for that. I feel like this at the moment with this channel, and like with the new collaborations that are coming on, and like just feel super excited. And yeah, I already spoke in the other videos about the Amazon trip that is going. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, it will be here in the description. But also, if you want to join a retreat here in Portugal, especially for European friends, I think it's not going to be expensive, the flight ticket to come from Europe. Like here in the end of September, it'll be 5 days together close to the beach. We can go surfing. We're going to do a mashi ceremony. I'm going to lead some practice. We're going to have lots of yoga and static dance, and be very beautiful with my friends from Germany, from UK. You'll be 5 of us facilitating the retreat. It will be very beautiful. It's pause to dance, and yeah, you're more than invited, men and women, and I'm looking forward to connect with you in real life, maybe in our retreat here in September, maybe next year in January in Amazon, Brazil, in the rainforest. And yeah, it was a fast chat. I still need to do another mascara situation, but I don't want this to make too long. But I hope you found this talk, just this little check on you vibes, inspiring, and I love you so much. I just want to remember you, like to see your light, to recognize your light, to when you finish this video, just go in front of the mirror and just say to yourself, I love you so much and I'm so proud of you. We are doing it, and I'm so excited for the future, but I really honoring our present now. Something like this. I don't know if he's even looking here, maybe. Well, you got me right, love. I'm sending all my love and blessings, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Keep spreading love, keep spreading smiles, and I see you in the next one. Bye.